There has always been a strong push and pull dynamic between you and your person, creating a hot and cold energy that has affected your connection in significant ways. This inconsistency has made you shift your focus inward, prioritizing your own well-being, personal growth, and life purpose. While you are now investing in yourself and moving forward, your person has found themselves consumed by thoughts of you. They are struggling with an overwhelming sense of longing and obsession, realizing just how much your presence meant in their life. In the past, you poured so much love, time, and energy into this connection. You were always there for them, offering unconditional love and support, even when they repeatedly made mistakes. No matter how many times they let you down or took you for granted, you found it in your heart to forgive them. You saw their potential and believed in the connection, holding on to hope that they would one day recognize the depth of your love and the sincerity of your intentions. However, despite your unwavering devotion, they failed to acknowledge what they had. Instead of cherishing you, they continued with their inconsistent behavior, failing to provide you with the stability and security you deserved. It wasn't until you decided to reclaim your power and walk away from the manipulative situation that they began to understand just how much they had lost. Your decision not to chase them anymore shook them to their core. They had grown accustomed to you always being there, always forgiving, and always making an effort to fix things. But when you finally put yourself first and refused to participate in their emotional games, they were forced to face the consequences of their actions. It was in your absence that they realized the true value of your presence. They came to understand that love is not something to be taken for granted, and if they don't nurture it, it won't last forever. Now, your person is plagued with regret, feeling like they made a huge mistake by playing mind games with you. They thought they had control over the situation, believing that you would always be there no matter how they treated you. But as time passes, they are beginning to see the truth, that their actions have led to their own downfall. They now wish they had done things differently, that they had been more open, honest, and appreciative of the love you so freely gave. Instead, they pushed you away with their inconsistencies, and now they are left feeling empty and lost without you. One of their biggest realizations is how deeply you loved them, regardless of time, distance, or circumstances. Your love was genuine and unconditional, something rare and precious, but they failed to see it at the time. Instead of embracing your love, they projected their own fears and insecurities onto the relationship. Deep down, they always feared abandonment, and rather than allowing themselves to trust you, they assumed you would eventually leave them just like others had in their past. Their own fears created a self-fulfilling prophecy, pushing you away even when all you wanted was to be there for them. Now that you have stepped away, they are left reflecting on all the times they took you for granted. They are realizing that they let their own doubts and past wounds dictate their actions, and in doing so, they lost someone who truly cared for them. Your decision to distance yourself was not out of a lack of love, but rather because you had finally grown tired of the emotional roller coaster. You had endured their in and out behavior for too long, and it reached a point where you could no longer keep sacrificing your own well-being for someone who wasn't reciprocating the effort. By choosing to reinvest in yourself and focus on your own life goals, you have not only reclaimed your power but have also shown your person what it truly means to value oneself. Your growth and self-focus have made them realize that they cannot continue with their old ways and expect you to stay. They now understand that if they truly want you in their life, they need to change, not just with empty words, but with real actions. The space you have created has forced them to sit with their emotions, and the absence of your love and energy is something they never anticipated would impact them so deeply. They are now longing for the connection they once had with you, but they know they can no longer rely on the old patterns that once kept you tethered to them. At this point, the question remains, Will they step up and take accountability for their actions, or will they remain trapped in their regrets? No matter what they choose, you have already begun a new chapter, one where your happiness and self-worth are no longer dependent on someone else's validation. You have learned that true love should be mutual, balanced, and filled with respect. While your person may finally be waking up to the truth, the most important realization is the one you have made for yourself, that you deserve nothing less than a love that is certain, secure, and reciprocated. I miss you more than you realize. Every single day, the weight of your absence presses down on me, and no matter what I do, I can't seem to shake this feeling of emptiness. Everywhere I go, I see signs that remind me of you, things that we once talked about, places we dreamed of visiting together, songs that once made us laugh or cry. It's as if the universe is constantly nudging me, reminding me of what we had, of what I have lost. But what hurts the most is that you are not here with me physically. No matter how many memories I replay in my mind, they can never replace the warmth of your presence, the comfort of your voice, or the way your words used to make everything feel okay. I hate this silence between us. It's unbearable. I hate it when we are not talking, and I never imagined we would go this long without speaking. I think this is the longest period I've ever gone without hearing from you, and it's tearing me apart in ways I never thought possible. Every morning, as soon as I wake up, my first instinct is to check my phone, hoping, praying, that there's a message from you, even just a simple hi. I tell myself that maybe, just maybe, today will be the day you reach out, that you'll break this silence and remind me that I still mean something to you. But then reality sets in, and I'm forced to face the truth, that you haven't called, you haven't texted, and I am left wondering if you ever will. I keep replaying everything in my head, trying to understand what went wrong. I thought I was the only one who ruined things, that I was the one who broke this magical connection we shared. And maybe I did make mistakes that I regret deeply. But I never imagined that those mistakes would lead to this, to you walking away, to you shutting me out completely. It's hard to accept because, before this, no matter how complicated things got between us, you always came back. There were times when we fought, times when we misunderstood each other, but in the end, we always found our way back. That's what makes this silence so unbearable. It's different this time. You're not just angry or hurt, you're gone. And I don't know if you're ever coming back. Please, if there's even a part of you that still thinks about me, if there's even a small flicker of hope left in your heart for us, send me some kind of sign. Let me know that I'm not the only one holding on to the memory of what we had. Because I haven't given up on you. I haven't given up on us. No matter how much time passes, no matter how far apart we are, you are still the person I think about the most. You are still the one I dream about at night and the one I miss every moment of the day. Without you, my life feels incomplete. Without your presence, without your emotional support, I feel lost. I can't even begin to imagine my future without you in it. You are not just someone I loved, you are someone who gave meaning to my life. You made everything brighter, more beautiful, more worth living. And now, I struggle to find that same sense of purpose without you by my side. I don't understand how you could leave when I am still here, still holding on, still fighting for us. I keep telling myself that maybe you just need time, that maybe you are hurting just as much as I am, and that eventually, you'll realize that what we had was too special to throw away. But what if I'm wrong? What if you've already moved on? That thought alone is enough to break me all over again. I know I can't force you to come back. I know I can't make you talk to me if you're not ready. But please, just let me know that I still exist in your heart, that everything we shared wasn't just something that can be erased so easily. Let me know that you still care, even if it's just a little. Because as much as I try to stay strong, as much as I tell myself to move forward, I can't seem to let go. I am still here, waiting, hoping, believing that somehow, someway, we will find our way back to each other. Please, don't let this be the end. Your partner initially attempted to control the situation by keeping their distance from you, believing that maintaining space would give them an upper hand or a sense of control over the dynamic between you two. However, they are now beginning to realize that you are no longer feeding into the situation as you once did. Instead of chasing after them or trying to seek validation, you have chosen to step back completely. You have made a conscious decision not to initiate contact with them anymore, understanding that any meaningful progress in this relationship must come from both sides. Until they feel genuinely ready to reach out, take responsibility, and make the necessary effort to move things forward, you have no intention of forcing anything. This shift in your energy and focus has not gone unnoticed. Your partner is starting to feel the void created by your absence. Where they once may have expected you to keep trying, to keep reaching out, or to keep holding on, they are now confronted with the reality that you have redirected your attention elsewhere. Instead of remaining stuck in a cycle of waiting or hoping for change, you have chosen to prioritize yourself. You are more self-focused now, investing time and energy into your own well-being, growth, and happiness. Your confidence is growing, and you are embracing the idea of moving forward with your life on your own terms. This newfound independence and self-assurance make it clear that you are no longer willing to settle for less than what you truly deserve. As you embrace this journey of self-discovery, your partner is feeling increasingly left out. They sense this shift in your energy and recognize that the dynamic between you has changed significantly. What was once a situation where they may have felt comfortable in their distance or their ability to control the connection has now transformed into something different. They are beginning to feel the consequences of their actions, and the realization that you are no longer waiting around for them is hitting them harder than they expected. In the past, their behavior was marked by deception and non-commitment. Whether through dishonesty, inconsistency, or an unwillingness to fully invest in the relationship, their actions caused significant emotional and mental strain on both of you. The uncertainty, the mixed signals, and the lack of clarity may have left you feeling drained and emotionally exhausted. You likely endured moments of doubt, frustration, and sadness, wondering if things would ever change or if they would ever step up in the way you needed them to. However, through these experiences, you have learned some of the most valuable lessons of your life. All of the hardships, the disappointments, and the emotional turmoil have shaped you into a stronger, wiser person. Instead of allowing external circumstances to dictate your happiness or sense of self-worth, you have learned how to remain unaffected and unbothered. You have developed a deeper understanding of your own value and have realized that you do not need to chase after anyone to prove your worth. This new perspective has given you an unshakable sense of inner peace and resilience, allowing you to navigate life with a newfound sense of empowerment. Now, as your partner reflects on everything that has transpired, they are beginning to feel genuine remorse for their past actions. They are starting to recognize the ways in which they may have hurt you and how their behavior contributed to the strain in your relationship. The distance and silence have given them the space to truly reflect on their mistakes, and they are feeling the weight of regret more than ever. They long to bring back the harmony and affection that once existed between you. They miss the connection, the warmth, and the love that you once shared, and they are realizing that they took it for granted. However, the question remains, are they truly ready to make the necessary changes? Wanting to restore what was lost is one thing, but taking real, meaningful action is another. They must be willing to show up differently, to communicate openly, and to demonstrate through their actions that they have learned from the past. It is not enough for them to simply feel regret. They must prove through consistency and effort that they are ready to meet you where you deserve to be met. In the meantime, you are not waiting around for them to figure it out. You have stepped into a new chapter of your life, one where you prioritize your happiness, your peace, and your personal growth above all else. If they choose to step up and take responsibility, then the decision to engage with them again will be yours to make. But if they do not, you are prepared to continue forward, knowing that you have everything within you to create the life you deserve, with or without them. Ultimately, this journey has been one of transformation. What once felt like a painful and confusing situation has now become a lesson in self-worth, resilience, and empowerment. No matter what happens next, you have gained something invaluable, the ability to stand firmly in your own power, unshaken by the actions or inactions of anyone else. And that, in itself, is the greatest victory of all.